Hello everybody, welcome back to Sprocketman Designs. Today is we'll call it the 19th of May. Might or not be, it'll certainly be later than that by the time I post this video. Anyway, yesterday was market day at Marple. Thanks to everybody who visited my stall, and an even bigger thanks to those that bought items from me. It was very much appreciated. Also, big thanks to the two people that have given me little commissions. One lady would like me to turn this in to a coaster, so what I'm going to do, just using the flat wheel, polish it up, and then I'm going to wrap a chain around it, join it on, and then clear coat it. Simple as that. So that's number one. The other one, which is a bit more of a challenge, the lady that organises the market, Kayla, she's great fun, has commissioned me to make a bottle opener. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two cheap spanners, I'm going to grind a little bit out of the head there, so then it will fit better onto a bottle cap, and with a bit of luck I'll be able to weld the two together, make it one flat metal plate, bend the ends over, and hey presto, bottle opener. I may also chuck in a couple of holes so you can mount it to a bench top, but I'm fairly certain once they're ground back, yeah, they should pop that open quite nicely. So what I'll do for now is leave that special helper over there and see if I can set this up in my vise in such a way that one, it all lines up, because you know that always helps. Yeah, let's get okay, so you can just about, there you go, there's the two spanners mounted in. So what I will do first is drop a grinding disc into my grinder, and I was just, there it is, I was going to say I was just looking at the grinding disc. Let's add some speed to its rotation and add power. Always a good start, having power to a power tool. Well, you know. Okay, that's the first grinding. Let's see if it lines up a little better. need to take a little bit off that one. I think on that one let's see if we've managed to keep it relatively symmetrical. It's looking good so far. If I'm not careful, people are going to start thinking I know what I'm doing. Right, one last little whiz in with this. Okay, so for my next trick, I'm going to polish these up using a flat wheel. Then I'm going to grind a chamfer along those two edges, then weld those in, because that will actually give me a nice channel to weld into. So it's going to be the easiest way of doing this. I think Uncle Bench Grinder is the boy for the job. Okay, all clear around the grinder. So we've got, yeah, nice. Nice little channel in there, so all I'm going to do now, polish it up, weld it together, smile happily, run like that. Now, if I ever have any money spare, other than buying a TIG welder, I am going to buy a second grinder so I can stop messing about swapping flap wheels and cutting wheels and whatever, and I can have one just for cutting and grinding and one for flap wheeling. These take long-winded jobs. So there's number one. And when I've got all the welding done, etc., I will actually go back over with the Funny again, forgot stuff gets hot when you grind it. And I've been doing so well recently at remembering. There we go. Now do it that way. I think, well, I think, it doesn't happen often. Be more accurate to say it occurs to me. So if I do that, good job, I was just really small. Okay. Right. Let's rearrange just slightly where you're sitting so you can get a better view of, he says, and then moves the stand. There we go. There's the end of my welding nozzle ready to go. Spatter spray. Possibly doesn't need quite as much as that, but hey, better safe than bitterly disappointed. And for a change, I've remembered to put the earth strap on. And because it's a bright sunny day, I've left the workshop door open. Welding mask isn't responding adversely to that. That is a good thing. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the best welds I've ever done. As usual, professional critics, please don't pick on me. I've never had a lesson in my life. So all I'm going to do now is play Spot the Wire Brush. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I think is that. Just leave it to cool down for a bit, because there is no way on this earth I'm going to catch hold of that right now. Crazy maybe, stupid no. Forgetful definitely, but I try not to be stupid. Problem is, I'm also dead curious. Oh yeah. Alright, so a quick whiz with the old flat wheel. And I think we're going to be in business here. Of course I say that. Still got to put a bend in it, which might have been more sensible to do at the beginning of before I welded them together, although it would have made welding them together really difficult. Yeah, enough if onlys and whatever is. Okay. Now, under normal circumstances I'd wait a few minutes, but I'm too impatient. Which just goes to show how warm that was. Although the other side of that scale is the fact that, you know, pressurised canisters do tend to be cold. And that is still super hot. But on the positive side, it can be as hot as it likes. I haven't touched it. So now all I've got to do is come up with an ingenious plan on how to bend an angle onto that okay, because it's going to be difficult. I was about to say because it's going to be difficult to do, but let's see if I can take in my beloved other bench lurking at the far side of my work area. Jeez. If anybody ever tells me that a wheel box that has been filled up with dead cassettes and breakers isn't heavy, then they are obviously a lot stronger than I am. Okay, so how am I going to do this? This section of my brain seems to think I have an answer. Unfortunately, that section of my brain isn't talking to the rest of it. Right, okay. Right, so that's too big. I thought I'd got it then. Okay. If at first you don't succeed, hit it with something heavy. Bit of scrap timber. Is that going to be about the end? I think it needs to go down a little bit more than that. And I think I've broken the weld. Right, well that's the right angle. So, and back to the bench top. Okay, air defenders off. Helps if you put the welding mask on. And pick up your welding torch, it's always a good start, isn't it? Let us hope that's worked out slightly better this time, eh? Mind you, I'm not likely to hit it with hammer again. Does smell somewhat more cooked than the first time, I've got to say. Whether that is a good thing or not, I'm just looking forward to testing this then. If you're wondering what I'm doing when I'm passing my hand over like that, I was told several billion years ago by a really nice member of the fire brigade, if you're checking something for heat, never put your hand palm down onto it, because if it is hot, your hand will close. Whereas if you put your hand back first, you'll snatch away. Shame I don't think about that when I'm picking something up, eh? But it does mean your hand doesn't get stuck to things unnecessarily, and that is really still walloping out some heat. So if it's still that hot and excitable, Yep, there is no way I'm going to pick that one up. Well, not without cheating. Well, the ghosts in the iPod are having a party today. We're bouncing from Lincoln Park to Cypress Hill, Cavalera Conspiracy, and if another Max Cavalera band, Killer Be Killed. Okay, let's offer that up. Right, I think the last thing I'm going to do, believe it or not, I am going to leave this slightly discoloured in the middle there, for no reason other than I think it's pretty. I'm also going to put a pair of drill holes up here just below the bend. He says, looking around and realising all his drill bits are in the house. That was stupid. Why are the drill bits in the house? Oh, yes. Doing stuff in the garden for my lady. Right, so, other than putting a nice clear coat on that, she's cooked. I think the most important thing we can do here is the official test drive. My friend, the little goblin here, will now demonstrate that it works. Colour me chuffed to bits. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to like and subscribe, and if you have any comments or commissions you want to pass along, knock yourselves out. Take it easy. Bye.